Hello, this is a tutorial about how to draw on a console window in C++. As we all know, we have this familiar C++ um, console window where we do all the C++ programming and we can draw text and stuff like that. But I have started creating a kind of graphical user interface where we can do games and stuff like that easily and in a simple way. I already created a simple game engine also, and I think I'm gonna create videos about that later on, how to create this a library which can be used easily to create simple games in this console window. Like for example, if you want to create a snake game, that library will be very helpful. It would make things easy, and you can just do the coding, concentrate on doing the coding. I already done most of that, and we can look at that later. But first, I'm gonna just show the very basics of how to draw on a console window. And here is an example of the final product. This is actually my game engine for this graphics. I will run it one more time here. So here is the ball which is bouncing from the walls. Obviously here I haven't done any proper game yet. I just started this thing, but just to illustrate what it can do. So let's start doing this. So I just created a new project here, console drawing, and let's just start adding stuff here one by one. I will first just paste all these headers we're gonna need at some point. So we need this Windows header to draw first of all, and all this other stuff is for other things like getting the time and stuff like that. But if we put this first here to be ready, so this is for the console drawing. We need this header here. Okay. First of all, we have a function like this. So this is a Windows function, set console cursor position. So this one, as it says, it sets the position of the cursor to a certain place. And let's see how it works. So we need to pass this point. So this C is actually a point. Sorry, this chord is actually a point. As we can see, it has a X and Y. So I'm just initializing it to 2020. So it should draw now the place 2020, and here goes the coordinate here. And this one here tells that we want to draw the standard output. We are getting the handle of the standard output window here, and let's see how this works. And there we go. This is the hello world, and as we can see, it's not at the top here, but it's here. There's nothing here in the program, and if I press it goes away. So let's add a little bit code here. So because, for example, let's say that we want to type something there. Let's try that. So I put some code here. Let's try what happens. Let's try what happens now. So I'm trying to ask. Let's put this using namespace here first. Okay, so let's see what happens when we are asking user input after this call. So if I run this now, there it is, and it's blinking, and as we can see, I can type a number here, and then when I press enter, it continues on the next line, this one. Very good. So we can do this thing 2 times here. So let's move the position a little bit. Let's move the position a little bit. Let's say, for example, just for fun, let's say 68 and 11, and then let's ask another number here after that. Let's see what happens now. I'm not absolutely sure, but I think it should throw that cursor to the second place. We first type this number, and then when I press enter, it definitely should go to the other place, the cursor, and there it goes nicely. This is very interesting, isn't it? And now when I press, it goes on the next, also on the next line we get the. So this is the starting point. So we can move this cursor to draw text in a different positions in that window. That's a good start. So let's start now coding a little bit more here, and before we do that, I will create a simple function here. Simple function to make this cursor moving a little bit easier. So I created this kind of function called set cursor to the position. So instead of doing all this code always, we can just call it by X and Y. So now we can set the cursor to a certain position, just like this, 33.7. Yes, that's a good start now. So next we're gonna do is that we are going to where is that? Okay, and next thing we are interested in is this function which is called get async key state. So this is checking that which key we have pressed, which key we have pressed on the keyboard. So if it returns a negative number, I think it was, then we will get a we know that it was hit. The key was hit. For example, if I put here, let's try this thing. If I put here virtual key down, so if I say here that if key is down is less than 0, then out, see out down. While loop. Just make a infinite while loop here, and let's break this while loop here. Break. Okay, let's see what happens now. If I press down, yeah, works, very good. So I just pressed down arrow down, and it went here and prints this one and stops the loop. So this is checking that which keyboard button we have pressed. So now we can create a function using that. We can create another function here. Let's call it is virtual key pressed, and this is how we can check that a certain key was pressed here. Okay. And next thing here is that okay, what would be a next good thing here to do? Okay, let's start creating. Let's move this. Let's print something and move it a little bit. So to do that, we need a while loop here, and so let's go left and right. Left. So if it's left, then we're gonna set the cursor. We could do here int x initializing to 0, y initializing to 0, and so this is the movement. Movement to the maybe we can call it move x, move y, like this. So if I'm pressing left, then we will call this set cursor position. We will call that set cursor position to go okay, actually it's better to put this one at the end here. So if we are moving left, it means that x is gonna decrease. So I'll put minus minus here, so I'm decreasing x here. And the other thing is that let's use this function. Actually, we can use this function. It's better to use this function because we already have these nice functions here. So it's doing the same thing basically. But so is virtual key pressed left? If the left key is pressed, then we say minus minus. Then we say that else if virtual key it returns boolean. This one we don't need this one now here. It's just a boolean. If it's true, it means that it was pressed. It's simple as that now. So now we're gonna say that if right was pressed, then we're gonna do plus plus. We're gonna move x direction plus plus, and then let's copy this. And if we are going up, if we press up arrow, then the y goes minus minus because the less y, the more up it is. And last one is that if we pressed down, then in that case we're gonna say plus plus y, like this. And now let's do one more thing because we want to stop this program at some point. So let's put here also the escape situation, that when we press escape key, then it's gonna break the loop. We are breaking this main loop here and stop the program like this. So now we have all the necessary things we really need here. So now we're gonna say that let's start this thing from place 1010. So we will first set the cursor to place 1010, and then we're gonna draw. Let's draw something there, like let's draw three stars like this. Okay. So the purpose here is that we're gonna first put the 3 stars there, and then we start moving them. So let me take out this one from here. So this, we have a very small skeleton here now. So this should now print this star at this position, and it can also stop the program when we press escape. Let's first run this one and see if it really works. Okay, there is the star. And when I press escape, there we go. Everything works so far. So next thing is that let's move this now according to what arrow we press. We want to move this star now next. Okay, so that's done by adding here the x. So this is the horizontal movement, and here we have the vertical movement. It's simple as that actually. So let's see what happens now. Okay, let's move a little bit right. Ouch. Okay, I think I was too fast. I'll do it again. Ouch. It goes so quickly. Okay. Okay. I think I've done a bit wrongly maybe here. What did I do wrongly here? Left, I'm just checking that this is not exactly what I was expecting, and okay, move. Okay, if it's move minus minus left, we go plus, and Okay, one thing I'm gonna do here now that I'm gonna put here a little bit break here. So this is how we can put break here, milliseconds. I'll put here like 100 just to test what's happening here, and run it now. Okay, let's go right. Okay, I think it was just super fast. That's why it's going, because now it's going like I was expecting. Okay, so when I put a little bit break here, it's doing exactly what I was expecting. I'll try one more time. So if we don't have any breaks here, is it really gonna go all over the place? One more time. Yes, it does. Okay, anyway, we're gonna need this anyway, this break here, because there's actually a the window doesn't update properly if there is no sleep. We're gonna sleep a little bit here, so we're gonna have a little bit break. I have found that 5 to 10 is a nice value here, so we're gonna sleep a little bit. That gives the console window time to update the window. I have found. So this is kind of needed here so that the console window draws itself properly. So let's try now. 5 milliseconds. I'm waiting there, sleeping there. So what happens now? Yeah. Aha. So that makes a big difference. So now it's actually doing what I wanted originally. So now we can. Aha. And when we go over the board, it starts doing that funny stuff. That's not a problem. We can solve that later on easily, but let's just try to stay now inside the boundaries. So it's kind of nice, isn't it? We can draw some nice stuff here, like this. Pretty nice. Although we actually might not want this. We might want this on the 3 stars moving here and not leaving the trace like this. Although this is sometimes nice thing also. But let's do now that it doesn't leave the trace. So to do that is that we need to clear, on each round we need to clear the screen, and that's done by calling system CLS, like I think it means clear. Okay, let's try this one now. It should clear everything on each frame each time we draw one frame. Yes, it does. It's really slow for some reason. Okay. Okay, it's fine. Let's see what we have now. Okay, what we have now is that we have okay, changing this one to 64-bit here. Oh, was it the 64-bit stuff which changed it so fast? Wow. Because this is how I always saw it when I was running this program. It was like this. And anyway, that's how it moves now. And okay, one more thing here is that now we want to because there might be flickering here sometimes because we are drawing here many things. If we draw many things, there might be flickering here. So not to get flickering, we can do like this. We can say here that lock the window update, so it doesn't draw anything in the console for temporary, and then here we will release that. So here we will continue drawing. So lock window update is released here. So this one stops, tells the console that okay, we don't want to draw anything at this moment. We are just want to just tell what to draw here, and then all the drawing should be done at the same time here. That's what we're trying to here. And let's run this one now. And if I go right, it all works, and it looks pretty nice. It doesn't flicker. The graphics is pretty smooth over there. Okay, very good. Like that. And so let's next draw some text. Let's try to draw some text also there on top of that, that we can see this thing moving. And let's try to print some text next. So I'm gonna create this string here, the message string, and then I'm gonna say that for example like this. We're gonna check the keyboard hit. This is only in Windows, by the way. If you have a Linux or something, they might have their own ways to do them. So this is, I'm doing this for Linux at the moment. Sorry, for Windows. So in Windows we use this kind of command, keyboard hit. So if the keyboard is hit, then we're gonna take the hit character from here. So let's put this one now in the comments, and let's just test this message thing here. So we can print message now. Obviously, just saying, for example here. Let's set the position for this one. This a little bit different. Let's put 30. Sorry, 30 and 15. Let's move it a little bit, and we don't need this one. So now we are setting the cursor in a different position, and we are drawing this text now here. So when the user types something, we are adding whatever the user type, we are adding to the message, and then we are always drawing it here. So let's see what happens now. Okay, and now I'm gonna say hello world. It doesn't take backspace, obviously. It did kind of. I never tried it. Anyway, this works. So we can draw text here in a certain place. I mean, we can take text input from the keyboard like this. Okay. I think this is the end of this video, just to show how we can do simple graphics or move the characters. This is actually moving the characters and drawing the characters in a different position in the console window. But we can use this to create some simple games, obviously. So thank you for watching, and I'm planning to continue this one in the next video.